End of week one, and the big news, Jolyon Palmer's back on track. To give you my testing rundown. So, the DAS, it's been all about that, but actually Mercedes look really strong anyway. The most laps of anyone, and the quickest times as well. They look really good. The DAS might be worth a lot, but more than likely it's a small marginal gain, and they're really kicking on from where they left off. Red Bull also look really good. The second most laps quite similar to Mercedes, but without the headline times. Ferrari, conversely, they've had a really tricky week. An engine failure for Vettel today. They've done 140 less laps than Mercedes. That's basically like a day of testing they're missing already. They've sent that broken engine back to Maranello. There's a lot of work going on. Mattia Binotto said today that he expects they're behind Mercedes and maybe even Red Bull as well. Doesn't think they can maybe fight with them in Melbourne, but hopefully catch up later in the year. That's not fighting talk. Maybe they're verbally sandbagging this year instead of doing it on track. But it looks difficult. It also looks difficult for Haas, who had a wheel spacer issue, which seemed to cause the puncture that Kevin Magnussen had today. He only did 4 laps, and they've done the fewest laps of all. They've got a lot of work to do. Romain Grosjean also crashed the car, just tapped the wall spinning at turn 4 yesterday, so both drivers have hit the wall, the only ones to do so. Brighter news for Racing Point. What looks like very much like an old Mercedes car from last year, but they've got a lot of pace. They came here with really high hopes. Both drivers look really comfortable in the car. Sergio Perez has done a lot of laps. Lance Stroll looked more confident today as well. And probably the unknown of the grid so far is McLaren. Carlos Sainz has looked really good in the car, looked comfortable. He's done the 3rd most laps of anyone. But actually, McLaren don't seem to have put on any set of soft tyres, run with the car in low fuel. We'll have to see that next week. But there's promising noises coming out of there, but so far no headline times. All TBC.